The second part of my thesis will address the conceptual product of software, which I have titled Hybrid Knowledge Management Solution. Before we get too far into wireframes and user scenarios, let's take a moment to examine just exactly what the hybrid management solution is. It sounds lofty, I know. Before the in-depth explanation, here is a more simple breakdown. Having spent many hours chained to a cubicle, or in useless meetings, I wanted a software that would handle my tedious tasks. You know the ones, like entering the same information in 3 different programs, or sitting in a meeting to plan another meeting without actually scheduling that meeting. So I took that idea, expanded on it, and lovingly referred to it as the hybrid management solution. Hybrid, because it combines features of different applications. Management, because this is essentially a personal management tool. And solution, because it solves quite a few problems of the everyday office worker. Now let's get to the formal explanation. Hybrid management solution. This conceptual software offers a unique management application, combining features of several existing programs such as knowledge management software and project management software with existing analytic capabilities designed from predictive analytic models. This application offers value in several areas. In anticipating the future progression of data analytics, the software seeks to provide an intuitive, adaptive, and communicative software that interacts with employees and even performs minor functions in place of those employees. The goal is not to eliminate the need for the current labor force, but to provide a unique experience that clears their paths so they can accomplish their goals more efficiently and more effectively. As this application is reliant on the predictive analytic process to fully establish the necessary algorithms and conditional constraints to effectively anticipate and perform minor user tasks, the system needs time to mine and examine the data. That process takes roughly 30 days. However, the application will offer out-of-the-box services that employees can benefit from prior to the end of that cycle. So let's take a look at what those existing services are. Those out-of-the-box services are communication management, knowledge management, and building management. Communication management. This feature of the application addresses a wide range of the user's communications, spanning items that include, but are not limited to, audio dictation, user system interaction, user desktop application interactions, and the user's direct communication with the application itself. The communication app is the communicative bridge between the user and the other application services. So for example, when the user is interacting with the application to locate a document in the knowledge management database, the communication management service is essentially who the user is talking to when they're trying to locate that information. Now let's look at knowledge management. This is not a reinvention of the wheel. The knowledge management feature in this application is a standalone database that provides many of the same features as existing software today. Users can upload and edit documents, search for documentation, view company announcements, and share information. What makes this service unique is that even prior to the predictive services analysis completion, it works in tandem with communication and sensor hardware. The building management feature is a unique application for facilities maintenance workers. It provides many of the same features that are becoming commonplace with smart building design, allowing for sensor interaction and better resource forecasting, which will in turn save companies money. Now that we've covered those out-of-the-box features, let's jump ahead and examine a few scenarios, starting with this one, the developer and the business analyst. In this scenario, each user is working on the same project, and the scenario will present each view as they communicate with each other and with the application. User 1 is the developer. The developer will receive a request to code a particular table, but they want to clarify that requirement with the business analyst. The business analyst is new to that job and does not understand the developer's question. So the system is going to facilitate their communication and help them arrive at a solution at a faster rate. Instead of spending hours trying to sort the issue out, the communication management system is going to automatically scan that developer's email, recognize that she's about to ask a question of the business analyst, and ask her if she wants to initiate direct communication. I'll take you through the process, and this will show you how the users and the computer are able to interact. In this scenario, the developer receives an email assignment. She doesn't fully understand what the client is requesting, so she goes to email the business analyst for clarification. The communication system scans her email, recognizes that she's about to ask a question, and then simultaneously checks to see if the other analyst is online. The communication app then contacts the developer, asks if she wants to contact the business analyst directly, and the developer accepts. The business analyst then receives an indication from the communication management feature asking if she can answer a question. The business analyst accepts, and then they both enter into a communication window. During the course of the communication management app is going to note that there is still some confusion. It will ask if both users want it to pull in the project manager to see if the project manager can answer the question a little faster. Both users decline that option, as it takes all parties involved to accept that offer before the system will bring in another member. Following that interaction, the system will then address the business analyst and ask her separately, after pausing the group chat, if she would like it to pull up information from the knowledge management system, offering visual examples and helping to aid her in understanding the developer's question. The business analyst accepts that offer, and the knowledge management system pulls up the visual aids that she needs to understand what the developer is asking. Once she understands, she goes back to the communication window, resumes talking with the developer, and they resolve the issue. At that point, both parties can exit the chat window, and then the communication app will bring back up the previous applications that they were using and cancel the email for the developer that she was going to send. Following that scenario, let's address more use case examples, starting with facilities maintenance. This is Greg. He's the facilities maintenance manager for Software Company X. This is the headquarters building for Software Company X. Greg is responsible for overseeing the building's maintenance and managing a group of facilities employees. Using the building management feature, Greg is going to note that he needs to reset 2 sensors. He also needs to turn down the heat in 3 conference rooms that are not in use until next week. The building management system is also going to remind Greg that he has an OSHA inspection on Friday, and it will pull up the records from the last inspection, conveniently bolding the issues that he needed to focus on. Also, the application is going to alert Greg that 2 of his employees have submitted PTO requests, but it will recommend he only approve 1 as the OSHA inspection is scheduled to take all week. Another use case involves project management. This is Hannah, and Hannah is the project manager for Development Team Alpha. Of her many duties, she has to approve timesheets, budget projects, juggle Kanban boards, and prioritize upcoming projects. Instead of spending hours accomplishing all of these tasks, the hybrid management solution is going to solve these problems for her, freeing up her time and letting her get things done when she needs to. Let's summarize. The hybrid management solution handles administrative tasks, facilitates communication, aids in building and management resources, and is adaptable to many industries. So whether you're a chemist, a manufacturer, or a hospital administrator, the hybrid management solution application can provide personalized management and advanced, intuitive, and predictive software solutions for almost any industry.